Man, it has been a while since I've been on here, but all right. All right. Oh my gosh, it has been a while, everyone. Man, I just got back from NAB, and let me tell you, it was a wild, long, and exhausting weekend. But I'm excited to finally get back into YouTube. It has been almost 6 month hiatus. Uh, More details about that later. But anyway, let's get back to NAB and kind of go over my thoughts as to what I think was the most interesting and coolest year at NAB. So in this video, I kind of wanted to cover 5 of my favorite products that I saw at NAB, as well as a couple other ones that I saw as well. As you could see here, I have Atlas Lens Co. And for those who don't know, Atlas Lens Co. is kind of a anamorphic, premium, high-end cinema lined lenses that offer spherical and anamorphic. And I was at their booth actually really enjoying kind of just like looking at how their new lenses are. They're really friendly, really enjoy their customer service. So I would say if anyone is in LA, please check out Atlas Lens Co. and check out their really awesome cinema lenses that they got going on. The other really great piece of gear that I thought was more helpful for me was actually Tilta. So Tilta actually released a new electric car mounting system, actually specifically to mount heavier gear. So for anyone who knows for me in this channel, they know that I use my Forerunner, and I usually try to mount my Nikon gear mostly safely. I've dropped it a couple times. If not, I'm mounting my GoPro, but I've been wanting to mount my Z9 that I got here. But if anyone has used the Z9, it's a pretty heavy camera. So I need something that's going to support that weight, right? So that's where I think this particular set of gear really comes in handy. I'm really excited. Hopefully, I'll play around with it, order one later on this year, and kind of play around with car mounting. And hopefully, my first award that I'm going to hand out for NAB. And I would actually say for the coolest booth, I would actually hand it over to Nikon, Red, and Robert Motion Graphics. That they actually had a 3 company booth demonstrating the robotic arms, the Nikon, as well as the Red. It was really cool. Got to see a lot of great demos. But overall, I say one of the coolest pieces of technology that Nikon was demoing, apart from like the robotics and everything, was actually finally seeing the Nikon PZ, what do they call it, 28 to 135 zoom lens that has been on pre-order for a while. I actually got to try it out and see how good it is on a Red Komodo, and as well as on a Nikon Z6. And let me tell you, it is super cool. I am really happy I got to see this thing in person, and I'm really excited to try to like rent one of these things out and just use it as a run and go. The other thing that was really cool that I got to see and use in person was actually the Nikon grip controller. So if anyone's familiar, Nikon sells this grip that looks like a piece of a Nikon Z9 basically, but it's this grip that you could use to control a lot of the Nikons when you're rigging up your system, and it's really cool. So I would give the coolest award for NAB overall for, I would say, coolest booth. I would actually hand it over to Nikon, Red, and Robert Motion Robotics. One of the coolest products overall at NAB itself was actually the Nisi, what do they call it? Aurelius Primes, which is basically these cinema sets that they released. So previously, Nisi has the Ina line of lenses. They got some feedback and they actually made a better product, which is they actually call the Aurelius line. I hope I'm saying that right, Aurelius cinema line. And what's really nice about that is, again, it is T1.4, which means it's a very sharp, very fast lens. And I got some video here, but what I like about it is that the feel of this lens. So the original Nisi is nice, or the Athenas are nice, but these ones are actually way better overall. So I like the feel of them, but also the rendition for the video. I'll show some here, but it was really nice to work with. And they come with a couple mounts that there's almost no distortion. I'll show you a little video here. I'm using actually at 35, almost right up to my face, and there's no distortion whatsoever. But with that as well, they did also give an even sharper image by making it a T1.4. And if you understand anything about T-stops versus f-stops. F-stops are what you capture for photography. T-stops are what measure light for a lot of these video lenses or cinema lenses, and it's a T1.4, which makes it a very beautiful lens. So overall, NAB was very exciting, very enjoyable. I do have to give a couple shout outs to a couple of the other booths, but one of my favorite ones was actually Seven Artisans. They were very, very kind people, and they also have a new cinema line lenses available for various mounts called Infinity. Very affordable, very sharp, very pristine clinical lenses. The reps there were super friendly and very nice. So I really proud favorite that I really liked was actually, I hope I'm saying this right, Zwen, and their lighting demo. So they actually had a lot of creators there. So for those who don't know, Zwen is actually this company that does a lot of the alternative gimbals. They do lighting. They have a various products for photography and video work. Irene, they had Cami there, kind of demoing some of their products and how to use them. And it was really cool. I really liked them. They were very nice. I'd say they had the most lively crowd out of everyone. They actually had a crowd in around. All right, so yeah, that kind of concludes my overall experience at NAB. I really liked going to NAB. It was my first time going, and it was mainly for me to kind of just get an idea of what to expect as, you know, content creators, and kind of just getting myself out there and meeting other people. It was really nice. Next week, I'm actually going to be going camping, and I got a new roof rack for my Forerunner, so a video will be coming out. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks again. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you were at NAB, what did you like the most about it? And if you didn't, what kind of products are you really excited to see at NAB? So, till then. Later, guys.